目そらすなよ。
マジで
うまい
Isn't he like 14?
Oh shit, she got a gun!
If you are an introvert, then this show is for you. Roll credits. But it's true. If you're someone that is very social and easygoing, you are most likely going to find it very mediocre and really hard to understand why people even like this anime. It's because the story, despite being quite simple, it's very relatable. Picture this, you are 14 and you are bored with life, and you decide that since you can't sleep, to sneak out and experience the night alone for the first time. But instead of getting robbed, you meet Nazuna, a sexy vampire with a cool cape. They can fly, and of course, that wants to suck your blood. This simple introduction is what most people relate to, everything except the vampire part, of course. It's literally the "it's just like me for real" meme. Being written and illustrated by Kotoyama, I just had to watch this, especially when the Yofukashi was such a fun ride.
よく見てなさい。はあ。ほら、一口食べただけできな粉がこんなに胸元にこぼれちゃうのよ。
We follow the eyes of Ko, a young kid that, like I said, isn't dealing well with life and is feeling empty and really bored with everything. There's nothing exciting happening, but after experiencing the nightlife for the first time, he notices something, the freedom you get at night. It's quiet and peaceful, and Ko feels relieved and quickly embraces the night. It's from here that we start seeing the journey of a troubled kid that is trying to add something fun in his life. It's your common adolescence anime, which I'm usually a sucker for. The anime does a great job at showing how life-changing it is for our main character, by hitting us with bright colors despite being dark outside as he roams down the street, with a soundtrack that sounds like it's coming from lo-fi beats to relax and study. After an unusual encounter with Nazuna, he makes it his mission to fall in love with her, since that's the only way to turn into a vampire, but quickly realizes that it's not gonna be as easy as it seems, which is where most of the charm of the show comes from, as Ko tries to learn what love actually is. Ko struggles since he's young and is quite awkward around other people. He doesn't understand the concept of love and mistakes it for lust a couple of times, which is normal for a person his age. It's an anime about finding the beauty in the simplest things and just learning to enjoy them. One of those things is obviously the night, which is treated like its own character. I haven't really found any anime that quickly establishes a setting such as the night as a character, only using colors and a feeling of emptiness. It teaches us that the night is special and should not be treated as something scary. I find this quite true since I usually roam down the street just like Ko. Sometimes I do it with a friend and we usually stay till 2 AM just talking about life. Now, I'm not saying to just have random walks in the middle of the night. Obviously be careful and watch where you're going. I just do it cause where I live, nothing happens besides drug trafficking. It's funny cause it's true. It constantly tests the viewer's knowledge with themes such as love, fitting in, masks and loneliness. Ko and Nazuna are incredibly charming and unique, and it is captivating to watch them explore these themes through their interactions. Side characters regularly appear, and though they are less charming than the two main characters, the interactions they have constantly lead to believable and interesting growth of the two main characters, bringing with them more themes to explore or as a way to develop already established themes. Akira is definitely my favorite out of all the side characters, but that's thanks to her visual appeal. Despite being very beautiful, its animation is somewhat limited, but thanks to great artwork and direction, you barely even notice it. Being directed by Tomoyuki Tamura, who used to be at Shaft working on shows such as the Monogatari series, he now works as a freelancer and has been seen working a lot with Studio Bones, where he directed Vanitas no Carte, another vampire series which has the best vampire waifu out there. I was quite scared for the production of Call of the Night, considering right after Vanitas no Carte ended, Call of the Night literally started, but despite the tight schedule, things look smooth. Since this is an anime adaptation, it should always enhance the source material, taking full advantage of its medium. And considering what they are working with, I think they absolutely nailed it. Soon, everyone is gonna see anime music videos using Call of the Night for the video. Mark my words. But it's true, it's perfect for that. Let me just make one real quick. But at the end of the day, this is still a vampire anime, so what does it bring to the table that is new? Nothing, to be fair. But that's okay, cause its job is not to be revolutionary, but instead works as a way to improve a quite cliché romance trope, that being forcing yourself to fall in love. It's supposed to spice it all up, and he really does a great job at that. I truly believe that Itamura decided to work on both Vanitas and Call of the Night just to make vampire porn, cause yes, if you haven't realized, this is symbolizing intercourse. Being a vampire means you can fly and do a lot of crazy stuff, but you are still a person. Ko doesn't want to be a vampire because of power or to ascend into a divine being. He just wants to because to him it's gonna bring something fun to his dull life. Or take Nazuna for example. Yes, she's a vampire. But the more you dig deep, you quickly realize that she's still a regular person, like the rest of us. She's not interested in love at all first, and just wants a friend to spend time with, so her night outs aren't as boring. But as time progresses, she starts falling for Ko. It's really cute seeing these two develop their relationship, especially when Nazuna tries really hard to act tough and wild, but gets flustered the moment Ko says or does something intimate. So yeah, it's definitely worth watching, despite targeting a fairly niche audience. Or just watch it to jam to the soundtrack, cause just the opening and ending alone are certified bangers. Creepy Nuts, yes, that's the name of this group, are all over this anime, to the point that they even made it into the anime. The lyrics for both the OP and ED were definitely inspired by the series. They definitely hit the whole aesthetic that I would assume a series such as this one would have. The songs feel very carefree, like something you would hear to relax to, blocking all the worries you might have. Which is why the soundtrack decided to do the same by having these soothing songs that sound like lo-fi type beats, perfect to listen during the night. Out of all the new anime that have come out this season, Call of the Night was definitely the one that stole the show for me. Probably because I like stories that explore themes such as these ones in a metaphorical way. Sadly, John is still the better vampire waifu.